Do you even use 4? You can use that one.
We're using all of them.
What's up, Cov? I am Brandon, and today we are going to be discussing the topic of crime. Knife crime has arisen in the West Midlands substantially in 2018. Police dealt with 3,210 offences involving knives. This year, police dealt with around 61 offences involving knives each week. Gang crime and feuds have been caused the death of many innocent bystanders due to the postcode wars or tragic encounters. The devastating loss of Jaden James, deceased because of the area he lives in, shows that anyone can be a target. Daniel Kennell was stabbed by his former school friend. The fatality was caused by the stab wound puncturing his heart. This shows that when people carry knives, they aren't just a danger to themselves, but to other people as well. The devastation these losses have caused for families and friends is substantial and something no one will ever truly get over. To raise an awareness about knife crime, artist Alfie Bradley allowed Coventry to be the temporary home of his Knife Angel sculpture, and we've captured its arrival. We also have the opportunity to talk to PCSO Dan Bull to gain insight on how police battle this ever-rising issue.
The Knife Angel is a 27-foot high sculpture created by artist Alfie Bradley. It took 4 years to build the Knife Angel after granted permission by the Home Office to collect the knives. We spoke to Councillor Ed Bruin about his views of knife crime.
The reality is, what we do know is that there's more and more young people who are being impacted by knife crime. So significant that we have the Knife Angel here today outside the cathedral. You know, it's a place of peace and reconciliation. And that's the message that we want to get across. Positive Youth Foundation, they're already delivering intervention programmes within our schools and youth clubs. Could we do more? Yeah, we could, but we can only do more if we have the appropriate level of funding.
Because of the way that the cuts have affected the poorest people the most. If you look at the way the budgets have been cut, for example, of the police, the West Midlands, which is one of the most deprived areas of the country, has the same level of funding for the police as Surrey, where people are wealthier and the levels of crime are much less. That's not fair. And it means that people in the West Midlands are feeling more insecure. When they're feeling more insecure, they're looking out for themselves more rather than everybody else. And that's the beginning of divisions within society. Coventry is the city of peace and reconciliation. If anywhere can take on that message, it's this city. We have here behind us the cathedral, the new cathedral, the beacon of hope, and the old cathedral to remind us of the destruction of war. And the cross of nails is in the old cathedral, the symbol of peace and reconciliation. So yes, I think in Coventry we do know how to build bridges, we do know how to heal wounds, and I hope the Knife Angel will be the start of many, many conversations across the city about how we can bring back peace and stop this scourge of knife crime that we're seeing across the whole of the West Midlands. When you look at young people nowadays, the people who are 14, 15, 16, 17, that age group, these are the austerity generation. These are the children who've grown up experiencing the cuts. They've had massive cuts to youth services, cuts to their schools, cuts to the voluntary sector that used to work with young people. So they haven't grown up with the support around them that older people had. Everybody needs to have the conversation with all young people and say, have you got a knife? Don't carry a knife. If you carry a knife, you risk either becoming a victim of knife crime or taking somebody else's life, which in effect is the end of your own life too.
I think what's caused the recent spike in knife crime is just youth and gang culture. I think a lot of youths are carrying knives because they feel like they need it for protection, purely because of postcode wars. For example, we've got the RV7 gang, we've got the CV2, which have caused significant issues for us over the last couple of years. regarding knife crime, knife incidents, stabbings that have skyrocketed over the last year, a lot of the issue tends to be that it is retribution between your CB2 and your RB7, because they're going out stabbing each other, causing our numbers to go up, our statistics to go up. So while they're attacking each other, we've got the reports going out on social media, so the general public don't know all the facts. So they're saying knife crime's gone up, oh, what's wrong with you today, oh, this city's become horrible, but it's not generally members of the public that get targeted, it's the gangs that are targeting each other. The only exception to it, I believe, is JD James. That was it's a traumatic, very horrible incident to happen. A young innocent got caught in the middle of the postcode wars, who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, I think Brexit's got absolutely nothing to do with it. It's got anything to do with cutting the police and whatnot. The issue is the Tory government, through their austerity, were cutting the police funds way before Brexit was a referendum. You know, Brexit's only been around since the referendum for about 3 years, maybe a little bit longer. I do believe the city is safe personally. You do get your spikes in crime, like your violent robberies, your assaults, knife crime and whatnot, but I don't think it's on a massive scale. I think these things happen and then they get blown out of proportion.
Here we can see how the Knife Angel signifies hope for this endangered city, and by coming together as a community, we can help banish crime from our cities. I would like to introduce you to our guest today, Robin, who unfortunately was a victim of a knife crime. He has come here to tell us what the horror is like to endure this firsthand. Robin, thank you for coming on here today. So please explain your story to us.
Yeah, so I was walking back from work, I was walking to the bus station, it was around 5:30 in the morning. Walked into Paul Meadow bus station, and there's a guy in a black hoodie walking towards me. I noticed he had his face covered. I thought, this is going to be a bit weird. Pins me up against the wall as he walks past me, pulls a knife out, puts it to my stomach, and demanded that I took my phone out, gave him my wallet, gave him my phone, otherwise he was going to stab me. I was just there frozen in fear, thinking this could be the end, like this could be the end of me. So just about to give him my phone, give him my wallet. Someone comes out of the toilet in a high-vis jacket, says to this kid, what you doing? He just pegs it, and we're just standing there. I'm still frozen in fear, kind of confused what's just happened, scared for my life, waiting for the police to come so as we can tell him, hopefully, and catch the guy who tried to stab me.
Very bad. How hard was it for your mind to just process what you were going through at this time?
It was literally frozen in fear. You don't know if you're just about to die or not. The guy just got a knife on you straight away. It's all of a sudden come out of nowhere. You just don't know what's going to go on. That could be the end of your life.
Do you know if the police have actually arrested this man?
I haven't heard anything from them, and this was a few months ago. They haven't got in contact to say that they found the guy, but I don't expect them to because his face was covered.
Also, that there's also many other people who are also in your situation right now, waiting for the... Do you believe that he was on any other drugs or anything like that?
He probably was on something. He did look a bit skittish and a bit nervous himself. And to be like that, you can't be in the right frame of mind in general to try and stab somebody for a phone and £10 in a wallet.
Do you believe that's the reason why crime has been rising recently, because of the use of drugs?
I think it mainly is drug related and gang related. Yeah, but if people are carrying knives, threatening to stab other people are going to carry knives to protect themselves. It's a catch-22 really.
If you can go back and change anything about that situation, what would you try and do?
I'd just try and run away probably, get myself out of that situation as quickly as possible.
If you were talking to the man who attacked you right now, what would you say to him? I'd
just ask him why you would be willing to sacrifice not just my life, but the rest of his life over something as small as a phone and a wallet. It just doesn't. You could have stabbed somebody, been locked up in the rest of your life in prison for a phone and £10 in a wallet. It doesn't add up in my head.
Oh, that's very bad. I would like to say on behalf of us all that we are here and glad that you're here without any serious injuries. We need to learn from this story and extra vigilant when we are out on the streets. With the constant rise of crime, we are all victims. It's just a matter of time before it happens to us. If we want to change, we have to be the change. Lastly, I'd like to thank our guest for this bravery and allowing us the chance to hear his story. Thank you for listening, Coventry. Stay safe.